Hey guys, this is Bloody Biscuits. I'm back, and in this part we're going to be going up to fight, Lance, the champion Lance. So yeah, while you guys are checking out my Pokemon stats and whatnot, because I can't show you guys my stats after the battle, because it's going to have to go through the whole save process and blah blah blah, so, you know, I'm just going to show you my guys' stats here, that way, you know, you see them and whatnot. Okay. So here we go, up against Lance, through here. It doesn't take you through that, I'm not sure if it ever did, but it doesn't really take you through that curvy, like, area or anymore, so I'm not really disappointed by that, but it's weird, I don't know. Anyway, there we go, up against Champion Lance, and this is the part where I completely ignore a very epic battle and continue on through, looking through at the Pokemon updates on Heart Gold and whatnot. And besides, you guys, it's not really epic considering I'm using healing items and, you know, I don't know. I'm just gonna continue with what I left off. Okay, so where I left off, I left off on the end-game trades, so we're gonna continue. In Pewter City, you can trade a Hauntor for a Xatu and get a weird berry. I'm not gonna pay attention. And the power plant, this is interesting. You can trade a Dugtrio for a Magneton that holds a metal coat. Might be interesting. No, this is pretty dang funny. After you defeated Lieutenant Surge for a second time, he wants a Pikachu from Viridian Forest, and he will actually offer you his Pikachu, which is funny. The nickname is Volty, and his owner is Lieutenant Surge. Oh my god, this is cool. And the wait a second. Is there any? No, there's nothing really specific about the other ones. In the Sylph Company, if you guys know who Steven is, he will actually, he will trade you a Beldum for a Fortress, and this Beldum holds a Dawnstone. So in the Sylph Company, Steven will be there, and he'll trade you a Beldum for a Fortress. That's interesting. After you've defeated Brock, apparently he will talk about Bonsly, and I don't know, he wants a Bonsly, okay? So you can trade a Bonsly for a Rhyhorn that holds Pasho Berry, I think. So you can trade that to Brock, and then, this is weird. After you defeated Jasmine in the rematch, she'll call you on the Pokegear, and this is really weird. She will trade you her Steelix for anything. I'm not kidding. Any Pokemon you want, you can trade to her for Steelix with a Soothe Bell. Now this is weird, because I mean, Jasmine likes her Pokemon, but I would never know her to give them away. It's just weird. Whatever, okay, whatever. So that's the in-game trades. That's a little more interesting than before, where you just traded other stuff that you kind of already knew about. Let's see, is there really any other specific special thing? Maybe I should talk about the Legendaries. Yeah, let's talk about the legendary Pokemon. There we go. Okay, so these are stationary legendary Pokemon, which means they're kind of eventful. This is pretty much, you already knew about this. In Soul Silver, you can get Lugia at level 45, and you have to do it before continuing. And then you can talk to the dude in Pewter City. He'll give you the special feather. Then you can go down in Heart Gold and get the level 70 Lugia. And the same thing goes for Ho-Oh and Heart Gold. You have to get it at level 45, and then the dude in Pewter will give you the special feather, and you can come back here at Soul Silver and get it. So yeah, that's cool. Okay, now the Suicune is weird, I guess. Let me see. Suicune is somewhat different to the other legendary beasts in that it does not roam Johto. Instead, it is a stationary legendary. However, before you get it, you must chase it around. Okay, so at some points in the game, when you meet Usein, and he will follow you as he is tracking Suicune. Suicune is released from Johto when you access the basement of Brasta. Okay, so we already know this. Suicune is seen in the following places, and you must follow it if you wish to capture it. First, you can see it north of Signwood City. After you see it there, you can see it outside the entrance of Mount Mortar. Then you can, it will leave Johto and head to Kanto. So after that, you can see it in Vermilion City, and then you see it in Route 14, and then finally, you can find it outside Bill's house in Route 25 after Misty returns to her gym, and that is where you finally will battle Suicune. So that's kind of interesting. You just have to follow the puzzle and stuff like that. Okay, so Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres make their return. So Articuno is in the Seafoam Islands because the Seafoam Islands apparently, yeah, they're still there. So because apparently what's his name? Blaine has his gym back. So you know, there's okay, I'm halfway through the video. There's no need for Seafoam Islands anymore, so you can just go into Seafoam Islands like you would in any other generation, and you can find Articuno. So let's see. Zapdos. Now you remember that the power plant has been taken over by people. Zapdos is just lying around in front of the power plant. I'm not kidding. Like, you know where the power plant is. Like, right in front of it, off to the left. There's Zapdos, you know, just right there. Okay, here we go. Moltres found a new place to hide. He's one of the legendary birds. It's obtainable in the wild, blah, blah, blah. However, Moltres is found within Silver Cave on the boundaries of Johto and Kanto. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so yeah, that's where they are. And also, you have to have all 16 badges in order to get it. And also, yeah, Mewtwo makes his return. If you remember the Cerulean Cave, Mewtwo will be there instead of, you know, it just not being there at all. Let's see, Kyogre and Groudon. Now these are new. Let's see. They're both available in the game, and I think they, yeah, in Heart Gold you can get Kyogre, and Soul Silver you can get Groudon. Okay, so you have to get a blue orb or a red orb. I'm not sure where you find these. Okay, you find them from Mr. Pokemon after you get the National Dex. With these orbs, you can head to a cave in Route 47, the Hidden Tower. Go in the cave, and you will find either Heart Gold or Groudon. And they're at level 50, so that's interesting. Yeah, okay, so yeah, you cannot get both of them in the same game. You have to trade them. And Rayquaza is obtained the same way. It's the most trouble game. Okay, so you have to take the green orb into the same cave. But to get the green orb, you have to get both Kyogre and Groudon, which means that you have to trade one of the... you have to get the one that you can get in your game, and then trade for the one that you cannot get in your game. So once you have both of those Pokemon, go to Professor Oak, and he will give you the light green orb, and then just go into the Hidden Tower, and there's Rayquaza. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see, how much time do I have left? Okay, I've got a little bit of time. Alright. Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina. So after you get the special Arceus for the 12th movie, this is also pertaining to the Arceus event, you can get either Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina. So what you have to do is take your Arceus to Shinto Ruins. I think this involves the Ruins of Alpha, I'm just not sure. There you'll encounter Cynthia, of all people, from the 4th generation. And she'll take you into the Shinto Ruins. And, you know, also, you have to have only Arceus in your party. If you have any other Pokemon, it just won't work. Then she'll take you into the Shinto Ruins. And you can choose between either Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina. And they'll be level 1, and they'll be holding their respective orbs. So Dialga will be holding the Adamant Orb, Lustrous Orb for Palkia, and the Griseous Orb for Giratina, which will make Giratina into the Origin form. So that's pretty interesting. For the roaming legendaries, you know you can get Raikou. It only roams the lands of Johto. Let's see now, Latios and Latias. How much time do I have left? All right, I've got enough time. Okay. So Latias is another Latios and Latias. Okay, so once you've gotten the National Pokedex and excited the Poke fan club, I think. Steven Stone will come to tell you that Latias has begun roaming the land of Kanto. Okay, so you just have to get the national dex and go to the Poke fan club and talk to the Poke, like the leader of all of them. And yeah, let's see. I'm excited about it. Wait a second, hold on. Are both of them there, or is only one of them for? Well, it doesn't say. So I think both of them can be found. Like he'll tell you both Latios and Latias are there. So, well, ain't that dandy? Ain't that special? Well, that's the end of this. That's perfect timing, man. Okay, that's the end of the segment. Next time we will be finishing up. Not Steven. We'll be finishing up Lance. So I'll see you guys next time.